What is up, guys? Back at you again with another Hatsan VECTIS video. Bit off this week based on the fact that I have had the most horrible case of bronchitis that I have had to date yet in my life. For the last 5 days, just speaking has been an absolute task. So getting in front of a camera and speaking to a camera, physically fucking impossible. We are back in action today. We are definitely going to be taking a look again at the Hatsan VECTIS and the tactical build that I promised you guys. Gone ahead and done one mod already, which is the UTG bipod. Looks right at home underneath the front stock of this gun. Today we'll be testing out the cheapest 45-degree rail risers available on Amazon. I'll go ahead and throw a link down real quick and show you guys exactly what I picked up. But basically it boiled down to less than $4 per rail for a set of 3. This includes shipping, this includes everything necessary to get it to my door. So this is literally the cheapest 45-degree rail riser that I've been able to come up with so far. For those of you who might be unfamiliar with a 45-degree riser, let's take a closer look and I'll go ahead and show you what we're looking at today. Alright guys, so for those of you who might not be familiar with what a 45-degree riser actually is, these are 45-degree risers fresh from the Amazon bucket. Now the actual price paid on Amazon for this 3-pack of rail risers was $10.49, including the shipping cost to get it to me in the same day. This is why Amazon crushes small businesses worldwide, is because no one can really mess with the fact that their products are on par with store-bought products in person, and their prices are like online warehousing type pricing. If you know a different place that I can get 3 rails like this to my door without leaving my house for $10.50, let me know. Throw it down in the comments. Let's go ahead and break the bag open and see what we got here. That's interesting. It appears that I've gotten 2 Allen wrenches for 3 risers. Well, that's part of the magic of buying something for $10.50, I guess. So what exactly is a 45-degree riser? As you can see, you've got this Picatinny slot right here. You've got this 45-degree offset rail over here. What this is going to allow you to do is kind of set this into your top rail here and then have a cantilevered offset mount for mounting other accessories, or potentially even shifting your iron sights out of the way if you wanted to run a scope or other optic and still have backup sights. They seem very uniform. There's no real discrepancies between each piece. They seem pretty cleanly manufactured. There's no burrs on any of these pieces. The thumb screws seem to work pretty well. There's no problems there. Let's see, do the weaver rails all fit the other weaver rails? This one seems to clip into this one. This one definitely clips into this one. Seems like the tolerances as far as being able to actually clamp onto a standardized rail are pretty good. Haven't seen anything that I would consider a deficiency yet with these rails, even though the price is sub $4 a piece. Now that I've kind of showed you guys exactly what a 45-degree riser is, let's go ahead and get the rifle out and mount them up and see exactly what options these actually give us. Alright guys, so we got our rifle, we got our rails. Let's go ahead and see what we can do when we put these two things together and see exactly what benefits this $10 item has the ability to give us. Now when I got this, I went ahead and got the 3-pack because I want to do 2 things with this set. One thing I want to do with it is A, mount a flashlight, but mount this flashlight offset so that it's not in the way of any of my optics like my scope, red dot, iron sights, anything that I might want to use that's on that same plane and axis as that flashlight would be without an offset. Second thing that I want to do with this is I want to put the iron sights, the flip up fiber optic iron sights that come on this gun on the right hand side, kind of cantilevered off. What that's going to allow me to do is retain my iron sights while still being able to use a standardized optic like a scope, like a flip to side red dot, whatever the case may be. Whatever you guys want to see on this gun as far as an optic is concerned for this build, throw it down in the comments. I'm personally leaning towards a flip to side magnifier on a red dot, but if you guys think of something else that might be cool on this, throw it down. At first I was kind of a butthurt about these sights that came on this rifle because just like pretty much everything else on this gun, they are very plasticky. Now having used these for I'd say no less than 250 shots. I find them to be easy to adjust, easy to use as far as sight picture is concerned, and pretty robust as far as toughness is concerned as well. I haven't seen any damage, I haven't seen any problems. Even though these are kind of a polymer, I don't really know that this is going to give me an issue in the field, and so we're going to retain them and use them with these 45-degree mounts. Now for me, I'm more interested in getting my iron sight set up correct than I am getting my flashlight set up correct. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mount the iron sights first. The way that I wanted to set this up is twofold. First off, I wanted to get these as far apart from each other as possible so as to give myself the longest sight radius. The longer your sight radius, the distance between your front and rear sight, the more accurate your rifle is going to be. This fact is kind of highlighted when you shoot a pistol versus shooting a rifle, because the short sight radius on a pistol doesn't lend itself to as good of an accuracy factor as you would see with the long sight radius on a rifle. The other thing that I wanted to definitely make sure I do is I wanted to install these on the right hand side, because I am a right-handed shooter. When I go to cantilever this rifle 45 degrees up, I want to actually be able to utilize it and not be fighting myself ergonomically by putting them on the left side instead of the right. Got to be careful not to over tighten these, because just as everything else on this rifle, this rail is composite as well, and these are definitely aluminum risers. That's sick. Alright, now in addition to being able to give myself multiple options as far as target acquisition is concerned, when I buy accessories for rifles, I definitely start asking the question, what would make me look cooler? So in this case, I definitely think that this is one of those accessories that's definitely going to upgrade the cool factor of this rifle. When people see a full tactical loadout on something like this, they might laugh like, oh, what is the purpose of that? It's not an assault rifle, it's not a main battle weapon, it's not anything like that, it's just an air rifle. But just like in race cars, it's all about looking good and going fast. So in this case, it's about looking good and being accurate. I definitely think that this mod perfectly fits the style that we're going with on this specific build. I have no other rifles that kind of fit the bill of being more of a tactical, long rail, black gun, Call of Duty looking style weapon. I have no other air rifle that fits this bill. So it's kind of a good opportunity to do things that I wouldn't normally do on something like, say, a Marauder. We have one lonely rail left, guys. I definitely feel like this is going to be best suited to using a flashlight. It's another one of those things that kind of walks the fine line with an air gun as far as will you or won't you get flamed. But for me personally, I'm of the opinion you can't shoot that which you can't see. So in this case, we're adding a flashlight. Whammo, Ninja Edit, flashlight is here. This is a flashlight that I picked up off Amazon about, 6 months ago, and I never really mounted it on anything. I thought I was going to put it on my M4177 that I've had for years, but I just never got around to really doing anything with it. I think that this is a good opportunity to go ahead and put this guy to use. Alright guys, so we've spent $10.50, we've spent 10.5 minutes, and we've gone ahead and we've upgraded our guns' looks and hopefully functionality. What did we gain out of all this? First things first, most notably, we gained a flashlight. Secondly, and potentially more importantly, we gained the ability to not only have room on our rail for a primary sight, but also to still make use of the factory supplied flip-up iron sights by cantilevering them off 45 degrees. This could really prove useful if you find that you bump your scope in the field, or if you're trekking through the woods and happen to get yourself off center for what you've actually zeroed your scope for. Also, the cool factor of flipping this rifle 45 degrees to shoot it kind of appeals to me. Now that we've got everything all set up, let's go ahead and take this out to the range and see if we can actually extract some accuracy out of our 45-degree iron sights. Alright guys, now that we've got all of our 45-degree risers all set up with our flashlight and our iron sights, let's go ahead and take it out to the range and see what kind of accuracy we can get by flipping this to the side. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode on the Hatsan VECTIS and our tactical build that we've been doing with it. If you have an idea of a main optic you would like to see on this build, go ahead and throw it down in the comments. Most popular vote definitely going to go ahead and be used. As you guys can see by the group we were able to lay down, it's not perfect, but by the same token this is right out of the box, no adjustments from the way that we had it when we were on top of the rail. Also, this is offhand, so considering the fact that that's under a 3-inch group offhand, I consider that to be totally acceptable for hunting purposes, at least for a backup up-close type hunting purposes. If you like this video, as always, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, definitely go ahead and subscribe for more with the notifications so you can stay current on what we got going on the channel. If you really like this video, go ahead and share it so that somebody else can see. Sorry to everybody for being sick this last week. It happens to the best of us, but this bronchitis definitely got the best of me. Right back to it, making videos. As always, shoot safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.